you submit your fee?
I did not.
Huh? You know, you have it here.
I don't.
Okay, make sure you submit there. Okay?
Thank you.
Just send it to my mail. Okay, so there is a question in the quiz that I gave. Most of you are getting it wrong. So it was question number 1. So let's review. So the question was minus 7x minus 3y equals to 1, and then minus 3x minus 7y equals to 3. So use the slopes to determine if the lines are perpendicular or parallel. So if you want to know that, so what do you do first? You make this one to, you write this one to slope, intercept, form, right? So both of them. So if we start from the first one, which is this, then what do you get? So you get minus 3y equals what? When you take minus 7 to the other side, you get 7x plus what? 1 plus 1. This other one will be what? You take -7. Then -7y plus equals to 3x plus. Then you divide both sides by what? -3, right? So you get y equals to -7 over 3x minus what? 1 all over 3. This other one will be what? Y equals to -3 all over 7x minus what? 3 over 7. So now, when you look at this, first of all, we say it is parallel. Then, if the two lines are parallel, then the slopes should be what? The same. Are these slopes the same?
No.
They are not the same. So it is not what? It is not parallel. If it is perpendicular, then what did we say?
The first
This one and this one should be what? -1. But when you look at this and this, what do you see? It's 1.
two negative sides, so it's
So this and that will be positive, right? So this is equals to 7 over 3, which is minus, multiplied by -3 over 7. Is this equals to -1?
No.
So this and that will, so this and that. So 1 is it equals to -1? It is not, right? So it is not equals to -1. So are the two lines parallel or perpendicular?
No.
So it's neither, right?
Yeah.
So it's not. So they are neither. So neither. So you can just say there is no solution. Just say they're neither parallel nor perpendicular. Simple. So most of you were looking at this one, and they're like, they use the assumption that one of them is negative, which is wrong. Okay, so, and then number 2. Number 2 was number 2 was find the intercept and sketch the graph of 4x plus y equals to -8. So 4x plus y equals to -8. So you can find the intercept just like this pass. So what will be our intercept? Or you do what? You write this one in intercept form, and then you get a gradient, and then you get one form, and then you now do what? Use the slope to get the other form. So we can get the y-intercept from here, y-intercept, where we let x to be equals to what? 0. So when you let x to be equals to 0 here, then y equals to what? Minus 8. So our point there is what? 0 and what? Then you can write this in slope intercept form, which is what? Y equals to minus 4x minus what? Minus 8. So our slope, which is m, equals to minus 4. So this is equals to, is similar to minus 4 all over what? All over what? Then now you draw a what? The graph. Or because this one is like, because we have the point here, which is, and it is like very big. Yeah? Then what you do is you get the x-intercept. So if you get the x-intercept, then so x-intercept, then you let y to be equals to what? 0. So when you let y to be equals to 0 here, what do you get? So 4x equals to negative 8, right? So x equals to negative 2. So we have the point negative 2, 0. So when you come and draw here, then if this is negative 8, and this one is negative 2 there, then we have the point 0, 0 here, which is x, and then it goes to what? Negative 8, which is here. So our point is negative is 0, negative 8. Then we have another point, which is 2, 0, x, which is 2. So which is there. So negative 2. Then you do what? Draw. Some of you are confusing. Someone was putting like this. I don't know where they got 8 and 0, which is wrong. So you make sure you are accurate. Okay. So do a lot of practice. Make sure you do a lot of practice. I think your first exam is next Friday. I think so. Yeah, I think, yeah, did you confirm? You need to confirm. I think your first exam is.
Will we take it in class?
No, we'll just do it on Zoom.
Is it the same way as the quiz? We just do it.
Yeah, but when you're at home, you need to turn on your camera.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
You monitor us. Okay.
Yeah, so I will do it in Zoom. So
What time will you do it at?
same time with our class.
Same time with the class?
Yeah. So the exam will be 50 minutes.
50 minutes?
Mhm.
How many questions, like 10? or 15?
It should be adding to 100%. So it depends on the number of questions. But the questions will be, you should be able to do it within 15 minutes.
I see. How do you write it? Or do you just give it?
So what I will do is I will set the questions and then I post them in Moodle, the way you get your exams.
But like, do you know how many questions now?
No, I have not
You don't.
set it. Yeah. So I will start setting them on the weekend. But what we have done in class will be there. So make sure you get ready. Okay. I'll check. Okay. So this is a schedule. So exam is
12. Yeah, so it's a week from Friday.
yeah. I was almost getting worried. I thought it's this Friday. So the exam is next Friday, which is this 12.
Cool.
Yep. And then you have no school here. Okay. Oh, this is Valentine's. Huh? So you guys are okay over this weekend.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so let's now come to section 4.1. 4.1b. So we did how to solve the system of equations using the graph, right? So today we're going to look at how we can solve this equation using elimination method and substitution method. So we're going to see on how to solve using elimination method and substitution. We are going to just use the examples. So you will see how we solve this using the elimination and substitution method. So example number 1. Solve the following system of equations: minus 2x plus 5y equals to minus 11. And then 4x minus 3y equals to 15. So this is a candidate for elimination method. So this we can use elimination method. So we can use the elimination method here. So how will we use the elimination method here? So if you look at the first equation here, then this is 2, and this one is 4. So if you want to eliminate one of the variables here, then what can we do to this equation or this equation so that one of the variables, either x or y, should be eliminated? So what can we do there? So what we can do here? We can multiply the first equation by what? By 2. Okay. We can multiply by 2. So when we multiply by 2 here, then this is 4, this is 10, this one is 22, this is 4, this is 3, this will remain like that. Okay. So we don't multiply this one by 2. So we just leave it, this one like this. So we can see from here, this is 4 minus 4x. Then it can be eliminated from the, this we can eliminate this by doing what? By adding, right? So when we add, you get minus 2x, minus 4x plus what? Plus 4x, which we get what? Again, what you do here, you do it in the other side. So this is plus 5y plus minus 3y. You write it there. Minus 11 plus 15. Okay. So what you do, use the elimination method. So this is where we eliminate one variable. So we try and eliminate one variable. So to eliminate one of the variables here, we multiply this by 2, and then we can say we multiply that one by 1. Okay. So you make sure you multiply everywhere by 2. So this one by 2, this is by 2, by 2. So what do you get? So you get minus 4x plus 10y equals minus 22. And this will remain like that. So 4x minus 3y equals to 15. And then we do what? We add. Then we add. So when we add the two equations, then minus 4. So make sure you also consider the sign. Minus 4x plus 4x, we get what? 0. Plus 10y plus minus 3y. You get 7y. And this one is what? Plus. Equals to minus 22 plus 15. Negative what? Negative 7. So, and then you do what? So you get 7y equals to minus 7. So what will be our y? So y equals to negative what? So we have our y there as negative. So after getting y equals to negative 1, then you go back to the equation, the system of equations. You don't substitute it in the one which you have manipulated here. You go back to the original equation. Okay? You go back to the original equation. So you can take one of them. So you can pick one of them. You can pick the first equation or the second. So we can pick the first one. So and the first one was what? Minus 2x plus 5y equals to minus 11. So we now know that y equals to minus 1. So we substitute where there is y in the first equation, in this equation, okay? So when you substitute y equals to minus 1, then you get minus 2x plus 5 minus 1 equals to minus 11. So we get minus 2x minus 5 equals to minus 11. Minus 2x equals to minus 11 plus what? Plus 5. So you take 5 to the other side. So minus 2x equals to minus 6. So we only divide everywhere by -2. So you get x to be equals to what?
3.
You get x to be equals to 3. So, and that is our solution. So we have x and y. So our solution will now be what? 3 negative what? Negative 4. And that is the solution of the system. This is the solution of the system.
So you do elimination and you substitute what you get.
So you do elimination. So you can either do elimination on x or you do elimination on y. And then after that, you go and substitute in the original solution to either of them.
To either of them.
Yeah, to any of them. So you pick the one which is simpler to solve. Yeah. So we can do another example here. If you're given 2x plus 9y equals to -4, 3x plus 13y equals to -7. So here again, we can use the elimination method to solve this. So to eliminate this one, then what can we do? So we can make this one to be the same, okay? To make it simpler, we make this one to be the same. By doing what? So you can multiply all of this by 3, and then you can multiply all of this by 2. So you come like this. So you say you multiply this one by 3, then you multiply by that one by 2. So when you multiply the first one by 3, you get what? 6x plus what? 27y equals to what? Negative 12. The second one is 6x plus what? 26y equals to negative 14. Then what do you do?
You add them all together. Simplify.
To eliminate 6x, what do you do? You subtract. So you now subtract the two equations. So when you subtract the two of them, so minus 6x minus 6x is what?
0
Plus 27y minus 26y is 1, which is y equals to minus 12 plus minus, no, sorry, minus 12 minus 14. So it will be minus 12 plus 14, which is 2. So y equals to what? Y equals to 2. So y equals to 2. Now you bring this y equals to 2 to the original equation. You take it back this to the original. Either you use the first one or you use the second. So if we take back that one to the original, so we can use the first one, which is 2x plus 9y equals to minus 4. So we now substitute the value of y in the first equation. So 2x plus 9 multiplied by 2 equals to minus 4. So 2x plus 1, 18 equals to minus 4. So when you take 2x equals to, when you take this one to the other side, so minus 4 minus 18. So 2x equals to minus 1. 22. So what will be our x? Negative 11. So what is our system? What is our solution of our system? So our solution will be what? Minus 11 and 1. So this is the solution of the system. Okay. So that is the solution. Now, if now you're given this equation, x equals to minus 4y plus 6, then 2x plus 3y equals to minus. Okay. So we are given like this. So this first one and the second. If you look at this one, you've made x the sum. So x equals to that. And this one is the second one, which is this. So here, what you can do so easily is use substitution method. So you use the first equation here. So you bring this one here. Where there is x, you put what? Minus 4y plus what? Plus 6 in the second equation. Okay? You're getting the point? So you now bring this, because this is x equals to that one. So you bring that where there is x, you put it here. So you say now 2 brackets minus 4y plus 6 plus 3y equals to minus 3. Okay. So you substitute. So let's say this one is 1, and then 2. 1 into 2. You substitute 1 to 2. So where there is x, you put 4y plus 6 in the second equation. So it will be 2 brackets x is the what? Minus 4y plus 6 plus what? 3y equals to minus. And then you now open the brackets. So minus 8y plus what? 12 plus 3y equals to minus 3. Then you collect the like terms. So minus 8y plus 3y is what? Negative 5y plus 12 equals to minus 3. Then you take this one to the other side. So 5y equals to minus 1. So y equals to what? 3. Sorry. Y equals to 3. So y equals to 3. So we said you substitute the 1 into 2. So you bring everything which is in 1. You see this? Where there is x only. Yeah? So you put 2 and then brackets. You replace that x here. And that x is this. And then you now open the brackets. So you also consider the sign. So if there was a minus here, then you multiply by the minus in both. Okay? So this is minus 8 plus 12 plus this one, and then equals to that. Then this and that. So minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5 plus 12, which is this one, equals to minus 3. Then you take 12 to the other side. So you get minus 3 minus 12. You get minus 15. And then when you divide by negative 5, then finally you get y equals to 3. So now you bring this y equals to 3 to the first equation. Okay? To the first equation. So and our first equation was what? So our first equation is equals to x minus 4y plus 6. So you replace where there is y, you put 3. So x equals to minus 4, 3 plus 1. So x equals to minus 12 plus 1. So x equals to minus 6. So our system is minus 6 and what?
3.
That is our system. The solution of our system.
So on that one, you have to take it to the first equation.
Yeah, you can take it to the first, or you can take. I find it simpler to use the first because you already the x is in on one side.
Yeah.
So you just replace the y there.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're very simple. These things are very simple. The only issue is if you don't check the sign. If it is positive, negative. So you must check the sign. Okay, the second equation, y equals to minus 2x minus 2, 7x plus 3y equals to minus 9. So again, in your exams, I can specify the question. So I can say, solve this one. Even if it's like this, I can tell you solve this one using elimination method. Okay. So to solve this one using elimination method, then you must bring this one to what? This other side. And then you eliminate one of the variables. Or I can just tell you use substitution method to solve this. Or I can just tell you solve this one. So when I just tell you solve this one, then you can use what? Elimination. No, you can use substitution. Then again, I can tell you use graphical method to solve this. So again, you should know all those methods that you have. So here we can use the substitution method. So whether it is y in the second equation, you replace by what? So 3, 2x minus 2. So what do you get? So 7x plus 3, 2x minus 2 equals to minus 9. So we get 7x plus this minus, so it will be minus what? 6x, this one and this is minus 6 equals to minus 9. So it will be 7x minus 6x minus 6 equals to minus 9. So 7x minus 6x is what? X minus equals to, you take minus 6 to the other side. So you get plus 6. So minus 9 plus 6 is negative 3. So you get x equals to negative 3. So x equals to negative 3. Then you come and substitute the value of x in the first equation. So you get y equals to minus 2, then minus 3, minus 2. So y equals to 6 minus what? 2 minus 2. So y equals to 4. So our system is what? Minus 3, 4. minus 3. Okay, so let's solve one example here, and then I give you an activity for 10 minutes. Solve the system of equations y equals to 2x plus 1, then 3y minus 6x equals to 3. Y equals to 2x plus 1, 3y minus 6x equals to 3. So again, you use the what? Substitution. You use the substitution. So where there is y, you replace by 2x plus 1 minus 6x equals what? Equals to 3. So here you get 6x plus 3 minus 6x equals to 3. So when you subtract that, you get 3 equals to what? 3, right? So here,
How did you get 3 equals to 3?
so 6x minus 6x
Is 0, right?
is 0.
This is 0
3
plus 3 equals 3.
0 plus 3 is 3. So here, we can see that there are infinite many solutions. There are infinite many solutions. Infinite many solutions. Because again, if you take this value here to this other side, what do you get? Y minus 2x equals to 1, right? And this one, the constant is 3, right? So if you divide both sides by 3, then you get what? Y minus 2x equals to 1. So these are what?
Same one.
They're the same line, right? They're on the same line. So there are infinitely many what? Solutions. Okay, so in the next 10 minutes, let me give you one activity here. So this equation. So the equation, the system of equation. So what is that? Yeah, go figure out what is.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Where would you plug it in at?
What's that?
Where would you plug it in at?
Okay, check whether
Like, if it doesn't equal Y or X.
so check the two system of equations using the slope intercept form. How does it look like? Check this one to this other side, and then you divide by 2. Check this one to this other side, divide by 3, and then see how that equation looks like. How the two systems, the system look like. So you take -4 to the other side, and then you divide by 2. You get what? What do you get in the gradient?
Y.
So you get y equals to 2x minus 1, right? Plus 1. Then you take -6 to the other side, and then you divide by 3. You get y equals to 2x again, right? So if the gradients are the same, then it is what?
Parallel.
And if it is parallel,
There's no solution.
there is no solution. Yeah. So you don't get any point there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, so you guys, you send it before 9. Just send to my email.